that so?
I think.
Because you can get tossed into Chrono, right? And you're just
Yeah, and then you get stuck on the top of it
exactly. You just
as you come down.
you sit on top of Chrono, so you sit on top of the bubble.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
I think those are honestly the weirdest interactions, like when Tusk Mars combination, for example, when heroes get punched and speared at the same time and just go over the walls of the arena, and you get reminded that Dota is actually three-dimensional.
Yeah, I love that.
As
you have torrent stacking, which is still in the game.
That's brilliant as well.
I think that yes was just a reply to the. Okay. Okay, so how is this actually broken down then? So it is going to be offlane Brewmaster, his position 5 OD and position 4 Spirit Breaker. I'm kind of scared. This seems like a team that's going to run you over if they win all of their lanes, but also the lanes just don't look that strong either because, well, you almost have 4 cores and, 4 roles.
Yeah, it's... They're not, I want to say they're not very mobile. There's certainly like speed issues here, but the same problem applies as last game, right? When these guys go in, they go in. And sure, they're very tanky, but I can see ways in which KBU absolutely runs circles around them.
Yeah, very true, very true. This is such a strange lane. Earth Spirit and Visage going up against an OD in the Faceless Void.
I wanted to say what year is it, but I don't think there was any year in which this was normal.
Yeah, I don't know. Not an OD5 especially. Visage offlane, again, I think the hero is actually relatively well suited for the role. This is a pretty big sparring lane, so I would imagine we're going to see points in Soul Assumption pretty early on, points in Grave Chill, but the Gravekeeper's Cloak, again, is not to be ignored against the overwhelming damage that could definitely come from this lane. There it is, 25% of your HP. Visage, very low armor hero, he's got the Cloak to rely on that. But early on, they want to go for a bit of aggression, so there's the points in the Soul Assumption. Look for that good cell phone reception, and then he's going to be making very big collect calls to the OD.
Yep, exactly, and it has to be on the OD because the Void is just going to time walk all of that damage off again.
Yeah, silence and stun required until you can really look to actually get meaningful damage onto him. Lasting damage, I should say.
Yeah, it just never sticks, does it?
Not on this guy. Okay, there's the point in phase shift mid lane for Puck. So let's see what Mark wants to go into. Once again, has the 101 build. And I don't know. Puck versus Quap, very classic mid lane matchup, right? These are almost like the trio of OG mid heroes. And not OG as in the team, because OG mid heroes are like Snapfire and like Tiny. But more
Oracle.
Yeah, Oracle, yeah. But more like, SF. Quap and Puck, right? You're very skill-based to reaction time mid lane heroes.
Exactly. Once upon a time, TA was in there, but now she's a safe laner, so...
Yeah, she moved. Even SF had a very short stint in the safe lane as well. I don't know if we're seeing him all that much anymore, but at the start of the season, we had a couple of games of safe lane SF.
Yeah, I was never much of a fan, so I won't miss him, but I'm sure there's some people who are going to be very upset that we don't see that guy more often now.
But what's the build here? Yeah, it is going to be Scream of Pain. I figured more damage, a little bit of a harder projectile to dodge, although not for Eye Annihilate, as we'll phase shift that one as well. But it's going to help you farm.
Exactly, and that's your benefit as the Quap over the Puck still. You farm better, you shove the wave better, especially because the Puck, as soon as he uses Orb, is of course vulnerable to things like ganks, etc. So they tend not to be too royal with giving those away.
So far, actually, these side lanes are not too bad, actually, for Team Magnus. It's still early. Level 3 is a pretty big point of inflection for most supports in the game. That second point in something, or if you are a sampler kind of support, and once you have the 1/1/1 and 3 spells to play with, it's usually pretty big. As Bane is, I don't think, fast enough for a courier kill. 305 move speed, actually, on Bane. He will have it. Yeah, doesn't miss uphill, and he's even going to be rewarded with a bounty rune. Very nice. Yeah, that scan is going to let Mark know that he's going to have to get a refill from one of his side laners.
Unfortunate for him. And yep, both his Luna, especially this Faceless Void, is doing really well right now. Not a lot of pressure coming out from the damage-heavy top lane here.
Oh, you know what? forgot about this interaction, Kips. OD has a very unique interaction with his Arcane Orb. I'm not sure why, because I think a lot of other heroes don't exactly have this. But whenever he attacks a hero, such as TA, with count-based... Hold on. How dare you interrupt my analysis with team fights? There they go. They're going to get that kill on
This is how it feels.
But... here's why they're able to get that so quickly. You'll notice that Visage went straight from 4 and 2 stacks of the Cloak to 2 and 0 respectively. That's because Arcane Orb is dealt as 2 damage instances, the auto attack damage and then the pure damage from the mana pool to conversion, all that good stuff. So you see that versus TA. So every single time he hits TA with an Arcane Orb,
you lose 2 charges.
Yep, and it's the very exact same interaction here with the Visage, as long as you have enough damage to get through minimum 40, and that's enough damage here already for OD. So yeah, actually, it's actually a pretty strong lane counter. I had not considered that.
Yeah, I was not even aware that this interaction existed until you pointed it out just now. So today I learned.
Yep.
Today's a good day.
Today's a good day. Taught you something. Now you have to teach me another egg-based Dutch pun, because apparently there are infinitely many of those.
There are. I'll think of a good one for you. For now,
Okay.
Luna is getting gone on the bottom lane. No good follow-ups yet.
Yeah, but these side lanes are looking actually very, very strong for Team Magnus. Visage is off to a pretty bad start. Brewmaster is not faring much better. He's actually decided to go into Tranquils, and that'll help him just stick around for experience in this lane. But he's a little bit scared of actually, getting too aggressive. Doesn't have the Urn online yet. Yeah, he can't even interrupt the pull, although the Spirit Breaker sure can. At least cancel that salve. As there's going to be the clap to ignite the Bane. Plenty of damage for him, but he's got 2 healing salves for a reason. And he's going to call a third on over. My goodness, healing salve central here for Bane. Healing salve collector. No, he sold it. Okay, just 2. Just 2. Top. They're looking for the kill onto Jack. He did actually already time walk, but they won't be able to actually pick up a kill here onto him. 1-2-1 build on Visage, so Sunlight is looking to be very aggressive in this lane, and for good reason. Again, when there's lots of sparring and lots of damage dealt, you can really take advantage of the Soul Assumption. This thing hurts so much.
It's insane, isn't it? And yeah, this Faceless Void, his support has not been faring any salves.
Oh,
so
very good save. Okay, I was gonna say you're dead to that. That's 3 charges. Oh,
but
good kick. Okay, 4 charges now. Oh, Jack is just dead. Oh, he lives on an HP.
value magic wand.
Very, very valuable. But they're very low now, and there's a creep wave pushing underneath the tower. Yeah, there you go. There's the 4-2 interaction. Yeah, that is super strong versus Visage. Wow.
But is it strong enough?
There, oh, he's going to use the save defensively. Boulder Smash does not find Jack in the trees. A good silence there is going to prevent the Arcane Orb attack from coming through momentarily anyway. Oh, OD. Oh, he out-juked himself there. Good TP out. There's a rotation coming from the mid lane, though, as Mark does not have Sonic Wave in hand. And there's no stuns at the ready either, so Visage as well will just TP on home. Annihilate is going to take advantage of the Quap, perusing towards the top lane. And gets a little bit of damage on in to the tower with the wagon.
Yeah, it gets a little bit of recovery in as well. The reason that Sonic Wave was used is because the Quap in fact got kicked out of lane with it as soon as the level 6 hit. So Annihilate definitely happy that he gets another wave to catch up where Mark is not home.
And he can always threaten for the kill, of course, having himself that coil at the ready. My goodness, I almost forgot. How could I forget? You always have to remember the Dream Coil.
I can't believe you forgot about the $1 million Dream Coil.
Oh, okay. Bane used Nightmare aggressively there, but the charge was incoming. He's ignited, but they're going to need a Lucky Bash on the first hit, and they won't find it, so the TP home is uninterrupted. TP scroll, very powerful versus Team Magnus this game, isn't it, Kips?
Quite, yes. Well, there's that Dream Coil, but immediate save.
Yeah, charge coming mid lane now from Annihilate. It's a slow one from the bottom lane. The Warden as well nearby is going to slowly roll up the high ground, as Annihilate will pick up this regeneration rune. Warden is going to scout out the core here. Sorry, not the core, the support. Even gets a bash, but Annihilate is going to be out of there in time. Witchblade build as well for the puck, so plenty of right-click damage coming soon. And speaking of damage coming soon, and the right clicks, Visage is in for a bit of trouble. He almost has the familiars at the ready, as there's going to be a nice roll in from the ward, and two-man boulder smash into the silence now is pretty good. Oh, but the chrono is even better, and the charge does not lead Spearbreaker into the chronosphere either, as they get the kill onto the Visage in exchange for the OD. Annihilate is maybe going to be able to get through the Spearbreaker. Again, tankiest hero in the game, but not tanky enough for this burst of magic damage. Annihilate even had the regen rune, so was more than able to use all of his mana there, because he'll just get topped up now for free.
Yeah, but you can see the reason why he's going for the Witchblade right there, because if he doesn't, he will not have the sheer damage he gets through the tankability of all these strength heroes over on the side of Team Magnus that are going to be playing up into his face.
Okay.
The Spiritbreaker and the Brewmaster are going to be the ones that are going to be playing up, and you gotta be able to deal with those, otherwise you just get free reign of the
Now
battlefield.
Visage is a hero. Here it comes. Oh, there it is.
Boom.
These familiars.
Oh, set yourself up.
Just too strong.
Huh?
Yep, there he goes. Down he, oh, they've mistimed the stuns. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Coil top lane. There is no coil. Sorry, there is no chronosphere is what I should have said. And now he snapped the coil. He's got a time walk, and we'll juke into the trees. Our Spirit gives chase, though. Better hero just ignoring terrain. And here come the familiars. There is no hiding in the trees from sunlight. This Jack will end up going down.
And I'm mid.
Oh, and mid lane, they also get a kill onto the Spearbreaker. Bot lane is shoving in here as Mark has chosen bottom to rotate to. I have to question Kips. I'm not sure what Face's Void was still doing in the lane after he chronoed. I would have TP'd, if not bottom, at least run in my jungle and just started farming, especially after OD was counter-initiated on.
Yeah, gonna have to fully agree with you there. Normally when they stay in the lane after this, it's because they're trying to bait out a good engagement, but that should mean that, for example, your Queen of Pain has a DP scroll out already. She does not.
Down goes the top. Oh, Visage going for Ags. I love to see it here. This, what is it? Silence as the Grave. Super strong, especially at killing squishy heroes, of which there aren't really any. Maybe for the Quap, I could see this being a viable jump. You know, Puck, again, another one of these heroes that plays very nicely with vision. So this is going to give you the edge in terms of finding good engagements. It basically turns Visage into someone like a Nyx assassin with the amount of burst damage he can do. But without an Orchid, again...
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't Orchid absolutely fantastic this game?
It is, and that's why I was very surprised. Maybe they're just going to play together with the Puck. That's kind of how I'm reading this. And this is...
Maybe this is like that Luna Ags in the previous game, where it's just a wishful item, and he's going to switch it out.
It could be. It could be. I think it's a legit build this game, though. Again, but this is where I'm... Oh, hold that thought. They are going to go straight onto the Brewmaster, wasting no time. They're just channeling the Fiend's Grip, and they have themselves a kill, and maybe even a tower here, Kips. There's a Chronosphere. Oh, the tower's already dead.
No? Yeah, it's already gone.
Okay. Never mind. There is still a Chronosphere. That is true. But they're not exactly looking for a fight.
Oh, there is a Chrono. There is a Sonic Wave. There's certainly reasons to try and go for a pick-off here, but right now I guess they're feeling pretty insecure about the fact they don't have their items up yet. This one's a freebie, perhaps.
Okay, he's just gone. Okay, see you later.
Mark realizing that they need the bash in order to stop the TP takes the nightmare off, and the Bane's already gone.
This game is kind of a nightmare when it comes to TP scrolls being very strong. Spearbreaker, he's got charge away. Sunlight would need a very, you'd need a very excellent micro here to be able to get a kill, and possibly even a blunder from SB, but no chances. He'll just go ahead and bulldoze away. See you later. Medallion build. Yeah, maybe he's still considering whether or not he wants to go for the Ags, because again, you're not a solo kill machine with this Ags. You need another item on top, and they're going to make a jump here onto the MMR. Tours, they even split actually here, as there's going to be the familiars at least bonking a little bit, but they have a kill very easily, and they're even going to stick around for these familiars. I think there's like 80 bounty, 120 bounty or something for these guys, if they can pick them up. Mark thinking about it. Doesn't want to be baited. Lots of heroes missing. As the split will end. There's no Fiend's Grip, though, ready to punish. 25 seconds till they're ready yet again. Oh, they found the birds. Oh, how will they live? No, 200 gold in the pocket of Mark, but it might come at the cost of his own life here. So they have everyone setting
A
up
lot of
for a
silences.
kill. There is going to be the silence into the stun. Nice jump there from Annihilate as Team Magnus were trying to at least make some sort of play there to save the Quap, but Nightmare is just great for exactly that. Nice setup and a nice punish there as the Quap gets a little bit too greedy.
And Visage just bought his first Staff of Wizardry, so not quite committed just yet.
Could be an Atos. It's not too unrealistic. Careful here. Oh, no, Bulldoze. I think he's... Oh, maybe not, actually. Second solo assumption. Down he goes. That's only 2 points in solo assumption as well. Still plenty of damage.
And Dad showing up again to lend a helping hand, much like with the gank on mid. He has not just been passively farming, even though we haven't really had time to look at him because there's been so much action elsewhere.
He has. Total of 11 kills in 14 minutes now as they're going to look for Roche. With a medallion, with Witchblade. Yeah, they have this, actually. They will have this. It's very risky fighting into this, or doing this when you know there's a Chronosphere up. Now the scan is going to confirm this from Magnus. Lots of heroes missing off the map. No one farming mid lane, but they're just not in position to react here. Magnus, they're going to get Roche done basically underneath their noses.
Yeah, they had great vision for this one, honestly. They've got the ward set up right next to the outpost in the Dire Jungle, which is the only viable TP point. So they knew nobody was coming.
Bulldoze also affects Boulder Smash. Today I learned. That's a kill, though, onto the Spirit Breaker, regardless.
This Spirit Breaker just doesn't have a game anymore. That's gonna be a stroll to get to the Shadow Blade at all. I mean, that's such as a life of support Spirit Breaker, but there's really no good hapless targets in this game either. It all has to be part of a coordinated effort. And right now, I feel like Magnus are falling in the exact same trap as they were in the previous game. The cores are not playing together.
Break the smoke. Oh, the silence just whiffs. Oh, but the Fiend's Grip is there on time. Chronosphere, though, catches the 2. Puck is going to TP outside of the Chronosphere. Drop the coil here on the Queen of Pain, as the Sonic Wave will at least collect the life of the Bane, but that's all they've gotten so far. Fight number 2 breaking out, though. It's a charge on in. They're looking for another bash here. Well, there's another strike, actually, onto Sunlight. Good kill, though, onto the Earth Spirit as he was stuck inside the Astral. Late TP in from Luna, but she's ready to fight, actually. Level 2 Eclipse and maxed Lucent Beams. As
it's gonna
out
hurt.
he comes of the Primal Split is going to be the Earth Panda. There's going to be a kill onto the OD. I Annihilate with all 3 kills in this engagement. They've got the Visage, but if it's cost them 3 heroes of their own, Faceless Void makes it out alive. Okay, kind of a weird fight overall.
Time is money.
I think this is a good example, though, of what Team Magnus could accomplish if they actually had the Void and the Quap go look for kills together, because that is a very easy 1-2 done combination, and then afterwards maybe they'd have time to get out, but instead they get found. This entire engagement is forced.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of an engagement that happens because Quap intercepts a smoke, or kind of they intercepted. I don't know. It was a weird one. Both teams kind of very willing to fight, but also not perfectly positioned for it. As now Dad, after that fight, feeling pretty confident, especially with BKB in the inventory, having not been able to use the Eclipse, is just going to go ahead and siege a tier 1 tower. Sunlight bringing in the Familiars. Still Familiars level 1, so they're not too strong, but at least strong enough to zone away everyone else. There's a quick D-ward. He is committed into the Axe build, by the way. So that Silences the Grave is going to be up actually pretty soon as top lane is a Sonic Wave. I think it actually does hit the puck, but not nearly enough. Oh, that wasn't Sonic Wave, that was Scream, pardon me.
No.
Pardon me.
Dire's bottom tower is
Charge
under
top.
attack.
Annihilate.
They're gonna try.
Phase shifts. Okay, TP's coming. Good silence
Both.
on the 2. Oh my goodness, the Witchblade damage. Goodbye OD. Deleted. Annihilate now beyond godlike already. A Spirit Breaker TP's, and he's off and away. But the siege bottom continues. This is some serious tower push here. These Familiars, even if they are level 1, do get themselves a full bonus from the Lunar Blessing, basically doubling their damage. And that is a lot. Just ask the tier 2 bottom. It's dead. Lots of damage.
Absolute classic combination there. I miss the time when Drow Visage worked. Or I guess maybe I don't actually.
I remember back in the day when it was when Visage had these like really weird things where like the birds had like 8 stacks of something and you did more damage at the start, and then like you would use Drow Ranger with her active, which gave attack speed. It's so weird. They've got a kill there onto the Spirit Breaker. Down it goes.
The physical burst damage was out of this world.
OD also out of this world. As, well, he's dead, but he's also... Is he Outworld now? What's his name? He is Outworld, right?
Dire's middle tower is under
Listen, I just think of him as outhouse decorator.
Yeah, very true. I think they're going to decorate the jungle with Mark's internal organs if they're not careful. The Warden just walking around here at top lane, also in trouble. Is going to be the Faceless Void. The roll is going to miss, but the silence is there in time, and they have a very easy kill. That's a Jack.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, I guess you don't need an Orchid if you have 2 silences already, and you can chain them as easily as that.
Yeah, KBU, they're playing all up together, and this
Radiant's
is
courier has
kind
been
of the
killed.
one condition I think that they needed for this Visage X to really work. It's now online. He's going to use it immediately because I think he's scouted Mark in the jungle. Okay, but again, they do need a +1
Sniffed
here.
him out.
They need a +1. So free pathing and plus 30% damage after you come out from invis. It ends when you attack it, or like after 35 seconds. Yeah,
Here comes the puck.
they're just gonna. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Super easy for them.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Super painful for the co-op. Yeah, that's no more sneaky farming here. This is actually really scary. And I guess in that regard, it's going to do one job fantastically. You already have all of the killing power that you need. You have that entire tool set. What you need is just to find them. And this Visage certainly can do that.
Yeah. Silent is very good. 35 seconds, 10-second downtime. So this thing is, again, very similar in my opinion to Vendetta on Nyx Assassin, especially with, yeah, it is 30. It's just straight up 30% bonus damage for you and your familiars. So that's a ton. That's really not to be trifled
Huge
with.
damage boost. So yeah, any damage problems that they might have had between how good of a game Annihilate has, this guy is stacked. And the Visage now.
Team Magnus, they've got items too, notably the Eye Acceptor for the Brewmaster. Oh, but he's going to be silenced immediately. Bane as well, kind of just frontlining here. Oh, it's only a Chronosphere on him as Annihilate just positioned a bit too far away. Mark's being controlled on the back line since they've already dealt with the Spirit Breaker. The lift is only for a Luna Illusion, as the Sonic Wave at least is going to force back the Visage momentarily, but Mark is still going to drop. Annihilate gets the double kill as well onto the OD, as Jack astraled up now on the run. Is going to be able to escape. Yes, he's out of there. Second charge of Primal Split is forced, however, as Luna Illusions are making very quick work here of the Brewlings. Of course, now that he's got Ags,
One more left.
yeah, even if they kill this one, it doesn't matter, because, yeah, the Fire Panda's in the base. But a pretty disastrous fight for Team Magnus. Chrono used, Sonic Wave used, and both Primal Splits only for the kill onto Bane.
Dire's middle tower
Both
is
Primal
under
Splits straight up ignored. It's great utility, but you gotta be able to put damage on top of it, and their damage has to come from the co-op. She was over on the side getting zoned by an Earth Spirit, basically.
Yeah, really nice job there by the Earth Spirit. It's such a great Earth Spirit game when your team can play like this, though. Yeah, I mean, it's just so nice. Everyone kind of just wants to grab a hero and just kind of grapple them. Dad just does all the damage in the world in these team fights. Annihilate's just free to run around and do things. I think, who was it? I was casting with someone. I don't remember if it was you. I apologize. Who said, yeah, basically you need to enable the Visage. Like, you need a certain kind of draft to do it. Or sorry, an Earth Spirit.
Probably not me.
An Earth Spirit.
Oh yeah, Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
Earth
Oh.
Spirit must have been me. I'm big on Earth Spirits.
And this is definitely, I think, one of them here.
Radiant's bottom tower
At least
is
the way
under attack.
KBU are playing it, it looks real strong. I think they're not going to leave the base, by the way. I think they're just going to win here.
Oh, I don't see any reasons for him at all. How do they put enough damage onto Dad?
Oh, okay. OD, Ag Shard is
Shard up.
up, but now they don't have a save for the Queen of Pain, and she's just going to eat a full duration Fiend's Grip, leashed up, but still killed nonetheless. As now the Warden might actually be in a little bit of trouble to roll away in time. Dad's going to pop the BKB, allows him to shrug off at the very least. This OD Sanity's Eclipse does get temporarily bashed by the Spirit Breaker, but again, we'll have plenty of damage for him. 2 kills for him. Annihilate's still alive. Sunlight's still alive. And the top barracks are dead.
Has fallen.
BOD and the Brewmaster are already playing around.
Buyback, another charge in. Good jump from Annihilate. Second buyback now from the Faceless Void. as he does have himself a Chronosphere ready to go. There's another strike onto Annihilate, and now maybe a little bit of setup. Third buyback, pardon me. There's Chrono for Annihilate. Dad actually ends up walking into it, but they need a little bit more damage here for him. Doesn't have a BKB, and is being controlled. The bashes, and down goes Dad. MMR Tourist might be up next. He is dusted. He's got Silence as the Grave, so he can look to go flying, but he's going absolutely nowhere. This is a no-fly zone. As a hello in the alt chat comes through from Spirit Breaker. All right. I mean, they still got your 2 lanes of barracks, so you know.
I mean, they definitely overstayed. It was a little bit disrespectful of the Luna to stay with at least one, but maybe actually both of their supports already having retreated. So, good on Magnus to at least kick him out. They haven't rolled over just yet.
No, and in fact, they're going to get a Roche.
I mean, are they going to get it though?
I think so. Maelstrom and Ask of Madness here. If they can get the Roche bounty as well, that's Jack's BKB pretty soon after. Shadowblade finished. Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of big items here. Be careful. There's Spirit. He's ready to roll on in. Maybe NA's own Afu, but no, unfortunately not enough time simply.
No.
Oh, okay, Coil though. It does catch.
He's just going.
There's going to be the roll on in. These are diebacks here if they catch anyone. Dieback number 1. Jack, of course, has Aegis, but the fight already breaking out. As Sunlight, he's given vision up on the high ground. Jack is going to be taken down just by the familiars alone as another strike does stop the Bane temporarily. But they're just going to set up and absolutely murder the Faceless Void on his second life. He's dead for a minute and a half. Doesn't have buyback. Who's this?
Oh, dear.
Oh. Was the Spirit Breaker. He's also died back now, dead for 69 seconds. And, well, you're playing against a Luna. So, and there's creeps in your base.
Yeah, that's... I'm sorry, NA has ruined me to the point that when you said, who's this? I'm like, ring ring, it's for you. It's the base police.
That's right.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's right. That's why we pay you the big bucks, Kips. Oh, Fiend's Grip after the Tumblr's toy. Oh, okay. And the silences to follow up. Goodbye, Queen of Bane. She's got a buyback here. But Bane, he's even going to avoid a timely death momentarily thanks to the Nightmare. Eclipse active. Dad is going to start hitting the throne. There's no Faceless Void for 25 seconds. Visage Familiars as well going through the Ancient as there is not a second Primal Split ready. That's the GG. Oh, no, he said kill Luna easy. Okay, never mind. That was not GG, pardon me. Not yet, anyway. Throne quickly falling, going down. Glaives bouncing around. Lucent beams everywhere. That's the last buyback and the last of Team Magnus for today, as KBU will get the 2-0 victory here after game number 2.